I bought myself a little gift that arrived yesterday. Christine didn't know, as a reward for all our LifeWave effort. Can I show you?
Yes.
Absolutely.
How gorgeous is this watch?
Oh, nice.
I know.
I love the
I
color
know.
of
And
the
I would love to give it away to somebody, but I'm not that generous. So I went out. Christine goes, "Is that another watch? It's arrived." I go, no, it's nothing. Like, because she has stuff arrive every day, and it's nothing from Amazon.
It's
I
not.
should be an Amazon truck driver. I reckon. I'd never leave home. All right, are we ready to roll?
Ready to roll.
All right. Look, I want to continue this vein that we're on leadership, and I'll tell you why. Because leadership is so vitally important. And I may have covered this before. People say, "Oh, are leaders born or are they made?" Well, no one's born a leader. Everybody's born a baby, and you can have leadership genetics from your parents, but it doesn't necessarily make you a leader. Right now, and not getting political, but in our country, there is a distinct lack of leadership. On the other hand, whether you like him or whether you hate him, you see the leadership of a Donald Trump. Whether you like him or hate him, people go, "Well, at least he's leading," and and leadership is the answer, and leadership is the problem. And in this business, if we're going to grow it, how many of you understand we have to grow in our leadership? Can you give me a yes in the chat if you understand that we have to grow? And listen, everything can be learnt. Everything can be learnt. I wasn't a leader by genetics. I'm son of two alcoholic parents, and I mean, I had to learn to lead. So when we look at leadership, someone asked me, and I've heard a lot of people talk on this. What's the definition of leadership? And some people say the ability to influence people and so forth, which is true. But I think in this industry, and I want to deal with specifically about our industry. Is that okay? Give me a number one if you're with me on that. I want to speak about this here. If you were to ask me what is leadership in building and network marketing, I'll give it to you simple. It's a step above. A step above. Can you write that down? A step above. Everyone shows the plan once, I show it twice. Everyone buys a product, I buy a few products. It's staying ahead, and we can't lead people if we're not in front of them. I think it was John Maxwell that said, "If you need people, you can't lead people." And people watch more what we do than what we say. I'll give you a clue with politicians. Don't ever listen to what they say. Just watch what they do. Just watch what they do. I'll give it to you in church life. Forget what the preacher says. Watch what he does. And it's the same in our business. People are watching what we do. They're watching what we do. Is this okay, folks? Just give me some response to that. They're watching what we do, and they're looking to see if you're patched or not. Which means, I always got my little thing on here, and but they're watching these things, and we need to be a step above. The next thing I want you to understand about leadership is a leader needs to be strong but not rude. How many of you have met people that are just plain bloody rude? And they say, "Oh, that's my strong leadership." No, you are rude. That's what you are. Are you with me? I mean, again, I'm not going to get, but look at Mr. Trump. He's actually quite strong, but not rude. And we can be, see, strength is a character thing. Okay, rudeness is an insecurity thing. I'm not a swearer. When I was a kid, I was a swearer. I was a shocking swearer. As a matter of fact, if three words came out, two of them would be the foulest words you've ever heard. And I remember one day, I was talking to my pastor, who's a lovely, gentle soul as a kid, and he heard me swear. And I'll never forget what he said to me. He said, Pat, swearing is a weak person trying to enforce their opinion. How good was that? Swearing is a weak person. I went to a rally some years ago and they had Tony Robbins up there and he's dropping the F-bomb everywhere. And I left. I didn't pay $2,000 to hear him drop F-bombs. And they said, oh, but that's how he expresses strength. I said, no, you telling me out of all the words in the English language, he can't find a better word than the F word to express strength? How many of you are with me still? Come on, or have I lost you now or upset you? You don't need to do it. Now, I know occasionally come on, we're all made of flesh and blood. Give me a number one if you're still made of flesh and blood. Come on. And no patch is going to control some of your temperaments. Right? And I get we occasionally do it. But we can be strong, watch this, and express ourselves. And people are looking for strength. You see, grace and strength is a skill. It's a skill. How many of you ever wanted to give someone a piece of your mind and then you realize, gee, if I do that, there may not be much left? You kind of go, I'd better back up the truck here. Because we can be strong in our leading our team. And guys, listen to me. You need to be strong without control. Strength is not in manipulation. Strength is not in threat and bribe. That's not strength. Strength is the ability to lead without a forceful, manipulative way of doing things. Believe you me, I've met some strong leaders that were actually weak because of their rudeness. How many of you are with me? Give me a number 4 if you're with me. And we can be strong with our vision, strong with leading our teams, and they're looking to you to be strong. They're looking for us to be strong. Like, I don't cower to media manipulation. All this catastrophizing of this cyclone, I basically just about halved it. And I'm not denying that there was stuff out there. I'm not denying there was there's proof. Hello. But if you watch the news, they become so catastrophic. Have you noticed everything in our culture is catastrophic? Give me a number one if you understand what I'm saying. They make it a catastrophe to why? To control you. To control you. And we can't do that as leaders in this business. We've got to be strong in our vision. Guys, you need to get your patches. Guys, we need to start sponsoring more and then show them how. Is this helping anybody? Come on, Andrew and Vanessa, feel free to jump in at any moment, right? Okay. Now, a leader is kind, but not weak. Are you writing this down? You can be kind. Kindness is a strength. Come on. Kindness is a strength. It's like, for me, my generosity is my great strength. But you abuse it, I just cut it off. Kind, but not weak. Some people think that kindness is weakness. It's actually not. Kindness is a strength of character. It's a position of how you want to do life. As leaders, right, we've got to be kind to people. And, boy, we had that target out there and you didn't get that. I mean, that's not being kind. That's actually weak. Strength and kindness go like this. You know what? I know that you were aiming for it, and I get it. There were some challenges, but you know what? You're going to do better next time. You're going to crush it next time. How many of you are with me on that? We don't deplete people. Are you with me? Do you know you can be kind and actually put people in their place? How many of you are with me on that one? I went to Harris Farm, which is my favorite place on the Goldie here to do my shopping. And there's a line, and I obviously didn't see the line. And this young girl goes, There's a line there, mister. And I turned around and I said, and there's a line here and you just crossed it, young lady. How dare you speak to a 65-year-old man like a fool? And this bloke trying to be a tough guy over here goes, oh, mate, give her a break. I said, do you want me to give you some sugar as well? Now, this young girl, and then the manager said to me, Pat, because I know the manager, he goes, is everything okay? I said, Robert, you need to teach these young people a little bit of respect in how they speak to people. Now, I was being strong, but I was also being kind. Does that kind of make sense? Come on, does that kind of make sense, folks? And we can be strong, kind, but not weak. You know, kind but not weak. With people when they're trying to build their business, be kind and be aware, but don't be weak. Probably a great way to illustrate is this. Someone's not hitting some goals. Don't do this. Oh, bless you, darling. Love you, love you. Oh, my God, I know. Oh, it's so tough now, cost of living. I know you can't afford the patch. Oh, love, dog. God bless you. Don't do that crap. Do not do that. That's weak. That's weak. Have I lost all my friends out there right now, or are you still all with me? Come on, don't do that nonsense. Do you know why people do that? They do that to make themselves feel good. I think I told you the story the other week of my great friend Gary Zaleski, and Gary Zaleski was booked to speak for me in I think it was Hawaii, and so I hadn't heard from him in a few weeks, so I called him. I said, Gary, I said, hey Gary. He goes, hey bro, thanks for calling. I suppose you heard about my heart attack and you're calling. I said, mate, I've got no idea you had a heart attack. I'm calling you because in 6 weeks' time, you're my guest speaker at my event and I need you in shape. He goes, Pat, I've just had a heart attack. I said, mate, we don't have time for that. He said, I just had the Black Widow. I said, mate, forget the Black Widow. Put your big pants on. Get yourself ready. I'll see you in Hawaii in 6 weeks. I expect you to be there, front and center. I said, heart attacks are not part of our destiny. Guess what? He showed up. He said those words inspired me. Come on, are you with me, folks? Our job is to help people get on top of their stuff. Watch this, not go under their stuff. Come on, are you with me? All right, next one. Leaders are bold, but they're not bullies. I hate bullies. I've always hated them. I've always hated them. I've worked with a few, as has Andrew. Obviously not me and Andrew, but but you can be bold without being a bully. Like I'm bold about where I stand in my faith. I'm bold, but I'm not going to bully you into it. I'm bold about this business, but I'm not going to bully you in it. Okay, you want to join? Great. You can make some money. We can get people healthy, right? If you don't, that's fine. But you can be bold. How many of you know people out there that you want it for them more than they want it for them? Give me a number 5. Come on, if you're with me on that. You want it for them more than they want it for them. Here's the thing. You can't bully them into it. When I worked in the drug rehabilitation center, there were kids, and I used to watch the dads almost try and bully this addict into the addiction program or to get over their addiction. It didn't work any much more than enabling them worked. I found the mothers were the enablers and the fathers just wanted to smack him in it tomorrow. And none of those two work. So we can be bold, right? We can be bold in our business, watch this, without having to tear down another one. We don't have to do that. Listen, you have nothing to prove and everything to declare. How good was that this morning? Oh, this is worth the price of the admission ticket right now. You've got nothing to prove. Remember, you've got a testimony. They don't. And listen, I get these idiots online, and especially some of the jihadist type people that try and argue with me. I just ignore them because I'm not going to get them over the line, no matter what I say. I've got to work on the people that might be on the fence or the people that are maybe inquisitive. Are you with me? You get into an argument with people over the product, you'll never get them in. Just test every time. Write down every time you have an argument. Oh, that marketing. Forget it. Move on. Move on. Because then you kind of want to bully him into it. Okay. Here's another one. We need to be thoughtful, but not lazy. Too many people overthink and they have analysis paralysis. Action is the bridge that's going to help you build this business, folks. You can be thoughtful, but don't be lazy. Oh, I'll think about it. Oh, you know what, Andrew, I know where there's an incentive. Oh, by the way, I saw the company had a new incentive just came out yesterday with the double pack thing. Come on, we don't bully you into it. Either one or you don't. Does that make sense, folks? Which reminds me, I've got to get Christine to jump on that. But we've got to be people, watch this, that are thoughtful, not lazy. When, you know, how many of you out there, you ever think, oh, but you know what? Tomorrow morning, I'm gonna start to get myself a little bit better shape. I'm gonna go for a walk. I'm gonna go for a walk. Tell me when's the best time for you to go for your walk? As soon as you wake up. You got to have those sneakers on that bed and you look at them and you go, oh, I'll just have my cup of coffee and go, no. And some of you have got more character than me, and you could probably do that. But I'm thinking, if I'm not out there pounding that pavement, come on, I start getting thoughtful. And then I think about doing it, and I think that I thought about doing it. So because I thought about doing it, I think that I did it. Don't do that. Don't be thoughtful. Oh, let me just inwardly dwell. We've been inwardly dwelling for 6 months. Come on. Be thoughtful, but don't be lazy. Listen, be a dreamer, but don't be a wanderer. I wonder. That's different to dreaming. Dreaming is, this is great. I imagine and I take action on my dream. I wonder, let me just pontificate on that. I'm not so sure. Is this helping anybody this morning? Just give me, come on. Imagine is different from wondering and pondering. Come on. I think you're going to like this next one. Be humble, but not timid. Humility is a virtue. Timidity is an illness. How good was that? Humility is a virtue. Never ask God, listen, never ask God to humble you. Don't ever do that. Don't ever ask the good Lord to make you humble. Good Lord says, humble yourself. Doesn't say, listen, you don't want to be a guy. You go, God, humble me. I'll take that prayer back, by the way, Lord. You don't want to say that to God. Don't do that. Give me a number one with you with me. Humble yourself, but don't be timid. Don't be timid. Timidity is an illness. I just go, you cower back. Come on. Timidity is an illness of the mind, of the soul. Watch this. And timidity will steal your joy. Do you know what? It takes a humble person to sometimes say to someone, don't talk to me like that. It takes a certain amount of humility. Pride goes, I won't say it because, you know, that's pride. That's pride. the illness of humidity, no X49 is going to help you get over that. Okay? No Eon patch is going to help you with that one. Come on. No energy enhancer is going to help you with that one. Right? Trust me, I got them all. That is a illness. So how do we overcome that? Well, we have convictions. I believe conviction is the expelling force of timidity. I'm going to give you a Bible verse. Don't get mad at me, okay? Come on, give me number one if you're okay with it. Come on, because I'm going to give it to you anyway, right? Good book says, God has not given us a spirit of fear. It could be translated timidity, but of love, power, and a sound mind. A soundness of mind. I have convictions. Power. I have convictions. Love. Are you with me? Are you with me? And if we learn to understand that timidity is an illness and humility is a virtue. Who's following me so far? Give me a number 5. Come on. If you're following me so far. Understanding that you're the head, you're not the tail. You're above, you're not beneath. You knowing, standing in a confidence. Again, let's talk about the business here, that what we have is an incredible opportunity for people. An incredible opportunity for people. And you know what? It takes a certain amount of humility, actually a lot of humility, to stay in something for the long run. Hey, look, I know that for many of you, you're not hitting your goals that you want to hit just yet. That's okay. Just keep pressing in. Are you with me? Are you with me? Just say, okay, what do I need to learn from this? Come on, what do I need to learn? What do I need to do better? What can I engage with more? What do I need to maybe ask Andrew, Vanessa? What do I need to do? What do I need to change? See, that's humility. Timidity goes, oh no, I better not ask. Oh, they'll think I'm stupid. Oh my gosh, I better not. Oh, what do people? Don't do. That's an illness. Is this helping any? I feel I'm really helping someone with this one today. Come on, where are those of you that do the timidity nonsense? Now, give me a number 7 if that's you. Come on, you do the timidity nonsense. I'm telling you, it'll rob you, folks. It'll rob you. Come on, come on, come on. And here's the last one. You've got to be a bigger sower than you are a reaper. The farmer, when he sows, he doesn't get one little grain of wheat and go, baby, I'm taking you to the bank. He has a bag full of wheat and he sows it. When you sow, and those of you that are in front, you just can't, get one little, meter of grass and put it in a farm and go, boy, oh boy, we're going to cover this 7-acre farm with this one. You need to sow. And can I encourage you? What areas can I sow in? Okay, number 1, I can sow into my products. Number 2, I can sow into my learning. Number 3, I can sow into my people. Come on, are you with me? Number 4, I can sow seeds of growth into myself. And those are so vital. This business is not built on a product line. Come on, it's built on people being leaders with a product line. Are you with me? And the product line is great. Give me a number 1 so you don't misjudge what I said. But it's built on us being leaders and not throwing our hands in the air and go, well, I'm not a leader. No, it's learning those principles. All right. Has that helped anybody today? Beautiful. Guys, I've gone over time and I've got to jump on my next one, but
Amazing. Thank you
we're
so
all
much.
good?
Brilliant. Can everyone put a 10 in the chat if you got something from that? If that inspired you and gave you one thing this week to run with, put a 10 in the chat.
Brilliant.
Actually, put in the
Brilliant.
chat
Brilliant.
Thanks,
Thank you,
Pat.
everybody.
Thanks, Pat. Appreciate you. That
Thank
was
you.
brilliant.
Well, amazing team. We have such a great day ahead of us in terms of Tuesdays. Those of us in Australia and some Canadians it's Monday night. So we are going to shift gears in about 3 minutes and really support those of you that are what we call team walkers, people walking
That's
out
right.
this business, not trying to set these goals yet around your business or these 90-day goals. And then at 10:30 Brisbane time, we'll be working with the team runners. So if you're not in Pat's Millionaire Mindset Club, then feel free to stay on because we're going to really start to support you in your business in this next call.
That's right. So we have our walkers and then those who are running after that. So we're in that new program. For those of you that are a part of Fast Track Retreat, I can see Jody on here. It was an amazing time. So the next one will be on at the 31st of March to the 1st of April. It is filling up fast. So if you're wanting to come to that on the Gold Coast, it's only $49. Everyone keeps telling me, Andrew, this doesn't make sense. I'm like, I just want to get everyone through it because it will expedite your business.
Doesn't make sense of price.
The price, sorry, the price doesn't make sense. At $49, we're keeping it cheap at the moment. We may have to upgrade to a bigger room, so then the price would change. But being a part of those early ones are just amazing. So encourage you to get in on that one, book them because they're going fast.
If you are part of Pat's community, and we're going to be in person though on the Gold Coast for one of his events on June 1st and 2nd, we've also created a fast track for June 3rd and 4th, so that if that's the one you want to fly into and you can't get up earlier than that, that would just be killing two birds with one stone, as they say. So keep that in mind. We have both those events booked in. So we have March, end of March, and then we have beginning of June as well. So nothing for April in that month.
So we'll be releasing that ASAP. We don't usually do two at one time. This will be the only time we ever do that, but it's because we want to stack that with Pat's, with your group for his, what do you call it? Celebratory.
Yeah, so he can celebrate ranks and basically work with some of the incentives that he offered many of you as team.
Yeah. So, but get in, book it.